So when we're placing wires onto our drawing, we can actually place multiple wires as well. Now you'll notice I've got two connectors again, the basic ones with the 4 connectors on each connector. So let's go to multiple bus here. Now that's on the schematic tab on the ribbon. Insert wires and wire numbers and multiple bus. Now I've got to look at the spacing here. I'm going to set the spacing up so that it's 1 inch by 1 inch, like so. I'm going to go for component multiple wires, and I can also go for another bus or an empty space vertical. So I can do horizontal or vertical there. The reason being is I might just be setting up wiring without connectors at this particular point. So if I click on OK now, what it's prompting me to do is window select starting wire connection point. So you'll notice the connector points are now highlighted with their little green stars. Now you'll notice I've got snap and grid on. It's sometimes easier to do a crossing selection window without them on. So I'll now click and I'll drag across those points there and click for the second part of the window there. You can see the connections highlight. So 1, 2 and 3 are now highlighted with those little red circles. I now right click to confirm that, and now it will prompt me to select the points where I've got to go to. And as you can see, look, I'm moving now. I can go this way, and the arrows highlight the directions of the wires. So can you see that there? Look, if I come down vertically, I can go left or right as well. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select a point where I want to go to. So you'll notice that goes straight to those connector points there on that bus there. So I click and it puts the wires in for me. The lovely thing about that, all the hoops are put in as well so that all the wires are clear and where they're going. Now the lovely thing about that is they are just wires. They're multiple wires, but they're just wires, just like placing a single wire. So the trick is there, I could then, if I want to, perhaps go to the icon menu and perhaps put a splice in. So there's my recently used splice. So I might pop a splice, say, there. So if I make sure I don't snap, so let's take object snap off. And I'll just click there. Now I'm not going to worry about a component tag, I'm just going to OK that for the moment. And you'll see my splice there. Now the nice thing about that is I can now take wires from that splice. So if I do a single wire and take it from the O-snap, which I need to switch back on. So I go nearest there, zoom in a bit, nearest. That wire now comes off of there, and what I can do is I can take that maybe to there, like so, and click, and that takes that to the nearest one, which is number 1. Press enter, so I've got another wire going across. But you can see how clever the multiple wires setting is. Now I don't have to have connectors. As I said, I can just put wires into space, both horizontally and vertically as well. But that multiple wires, as you can see, it's another time-saving exercise. It saves you having to draw multiple wires that are regularly spaced. Now obviously you can utilize snap and grid to do that as well, but you can specify the spacings horizontally and vertically between the wires, which makes your life really easy. It saves time, it's professional, it's quick, it's clean, but most importantly, it's accurate. So make sure that you use your multiple wires in AutoCAD Electrical. Now, something we didn't do. Make sure that we save our drawing with what we've done, but also, more importantly, add your active drawing to your project. So it's a right click, add active drawing, yes to the default values of the project, and you'll see that multiple wires has got sheet 003 because I copied the previous drawing. So I'll right click there, go to properties, make sure you change the sheet number as well so it's all neat and tidy. And again, get into the habit of changing this. It's so important to add your drawings to your project as you go, because you can so easily create a massive load of drawings in a folder and not know which project they're associated with. File management. Make sure that you add your project to whatever you're doing, but more importantly, add the drawings to the drawing list in the project as well.